Red Hulk is coming soon and we have his kit. We look into the Abomination event and the changes to war. So with that being said, we'll cover this and more in the UK's #1 Marvel Strike Force podcast, the MSF Pod. Greetings, Commanders. Welcome to episode 84 of the UK's #1 podcast on Marvel Strike Force, the MSF Pod. This podcast covers everything that's happening in the world of Marvel Strike Force, which is a mobile hero collector game available wherever you play mobile games. We are the lads from 4Play Gaming. Check out our YouTube channel, youtube.com/4playuk. Don't forget to follow, subscribe, and tell all of your alliance mates about us if you enjoy this podcast. And a massive thank you to you for your support. Introducing the crew today, we have the Kitman and resident expert in all things Marvel, Digz. How are you, mate?
All right, mate. You all right?
Yeah, I'm all good, mate. I'm all good. All right, buddy. First and foremost, do you get any good pulls this week? Any upgrades, red stars? And what have you been working on team-wise?
Pulls, I opened. They put Abomination in the red stars, didn't they? So I was like, oh, Abomination's now. I'll open up some basics and see how we get on. Literally, first one I opened, 4-star Abomination. I was like, all right, guess I'm done.
Wow. Good for you.
Yeah, that never happens. Normally, I'm hammering through basics and then I jump into the 4s and then the 5s and all that kind of stuff. But
Yeah.
One pull got the 4 and I was just like done.
Right.
And then I can't remember if it was before or after that, but I opened up an Elite 4 for some reason. I was just, why not? And pulled a 7-star Juggernaut, which made me laugh. I was just like, brilliant. I haven't even got in a 7 yellow.
Really?
I don't use him as that.
Oh, mate.
Sooner or later he'll get a rework and then it'll be awesome, I'm sure.
Dude, that Brotherhood team is still a handful or more, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're not bad.
Yeah. That is a big juicy jugs.
It is big juicy J's, mate. Thick
Wow.
juicy.
Goodness me.
And that's it in terms of pulls that I can think of. And I have been working on. I leveled up my Heroes Guardians a little bit more, but they're already pretty much there in terms of what I want to do with them for the next Scourge.
Okay.
So I've just been saving gear, trying to level up the legendary characters for Dark Dimension 3, which I'm sure we'll cover later.
Absolutely, man. Okay, that's good. Well, love to hear it, mate. Happy days. Right, so for me, man, whenever Abomination showed up, I blew through 20 basics because I've had a load of basic reds saved. No, this is before Abomination, sorry. So I was like, right, I need to get the Dark Promotion credits in. So I opened 20 basics. Somewhere in there, I pulled a six red yo-yo out of a basic. And like literally, like I was like, what's happening? Like that's never happened. Like, so that was good. And then Abomination event, I pulled a 4-star on him to start with out of like a couple of Elite 4s. Like I got some absolute garbage out of it, and then got a 4-star in him. And then a few days later, I had a 5 Elite. So I was like, let's just open this and see what happens, and got him to 5. But like I say, so I blew through a load of my Elite 4s that I had saved. One of them was a 6 red Sharon, which is great because I use her every day. So that's awesome. I pulled a 6 red Cull, which is good, I guess, but I don't really use him. And I pulled a 7 red on Cyclops as well. So, which is wicked because, you know, he's my guy, isn't he? So I'm happy with that.
And those X-Men, those particular X-Men need a rework. They need something doing to them because they are, I mean, they're all useless now, aren't they? That particular X-Men team.
Dude, all of them are, apart from the most recent team. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Okay, cool. So yeah, so that was it. Pretty happy with that. So yeah, okay. So let's hop into what happened this week. So we had the Viv Vision event. That's wrapping up, I think, today. How have you done with it?
Yeah, good. I only got a 4 in the end. I don't think I was a million miles away from getting it at 5, but didn't quite make it.
Okay.
I'll have a little look. I was just going to say about Cyclops. I want them just to go all out and just release a 90s X-Men cartoon X-Men team. Yeah. And just like release Professor X, release Nightcrawler, maybe throw Morph in there for the lulz, and then just like rework Cyclops and Storm.
Yeah.
That would be the one. I'd love that.
Yeah, man.
Right. Viv Vision. I got her to yeah, it was 84 of 130, so not a million miles away, but not particularly close either.
Okay, that's good.
Not too bad.
You weren't throwing calls at it either, were you? So
no, I was throwing some 50s at it purely because of the the Hulkbuster event rather, but
yeah.
But not going mad. I need to save up power cores. At one point, I was down to like 4 power cores, so I didn't want to go mad with it.
Okay, yeah, that's cool, man. Okay, yeah. So hopefully everyone's done well with that. Yeah, I the only thing that I'd love for them to do is if they could take all of the year 1 characters out of the campaign event orbs, like the event campaign of orbs, that'd be great, because the amount of wasp shards I got this time round, like every time 8 wasp in the middle, like every time, and like it's just like at some point I'm just gonna snap my phone, like it's just too much. I'm sick of seeing her. And obviously we've got all of these characters that aren't farmable, fountainable, whatever you want to say, and you're giving us year 1 wasp. I mean, come on, man. But yeah, indeed. All right, so also we had Pocket Dimension this week. How did you get on with that? I saw you you blasted through. I think you're one of the first in our alliance to do it, so absolutely killed it.
Yeah, I was shocked at how easy I found this Pocket Dimension, because I'm pretty sure I've done all the Pocket Dimensions, both timed and normal runs.
Yeah.
So I seem to remember the timed run always being a little bit dodgy, like getting close to like running out of refreshes and like finishing up the last day, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then these ones, I don't know if it's just because of the characters that they gave us or what. I absolutely ran through it, mate. Just smashed it to bits. I mean, it probably is a lot to do with the characters that they gave us, because Captain Marvel, Scarlet Spider, and Spider-Punk were my 3 little in it the whole way through.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, Captain Marvel, they're all geared to 16. Captain Marvel's 202k, Scarlet Spider's 170k, Spider-Punk 145k. So they were doing most of the heavy lifting. And then I put in Hulkbuster and Vision just for the lols, really, because they're new, and I like using them. I used them from the start, and then when they inevitably died, which was a lot later than I thought, then I threw in Kate Bishop and Echo just to finish them off.
Yeah,
it was pretty easy.
Yeah, I was. I mean, like I remember waking up and seeing that you'd done it already. I was like, oh man, he's blasted through that. So yeah, that's great. Yeah, I mean, I quite like what they did. Like, it seemed like every character that you could use feasibly had someone they had some synergy with, so you could work like a couple of people with synergy and go through it like that. But yeah, all in all, so you've done both runs of it now, right?
Yeah, I did both runs, day 1 and day 2, and got some really handy Gear Tier 16 pieces. That's loving it.
Wicked.
Yeah.
That's good. The only negative I'd say with Pocket Dimension was that we got Ghost Spider shards. Like,
yeah, they're obsessed with giving us Ghost Spider shards. Every time I like turn the app on, they're just like, oh, I have to Ghost Spider shards. Well, they're just 7-star. Just 7-star. Like lay off.
Yeah. And we will discuss that later on. I'm going to have a little bit of a moan. So be ready, guys. I apologise. But yeah, let's move on. So we had the Hulkbuster event started and is now finished. How did you find it? Were you happy with it?
No, I mean, that event sucked, didn't it? That event was the drizzles. It was awful. Made us blitz, which I hate. The orb was, I mean, average at best. The milestone, like all the milestones wars, was pony. Yeah, it wasn't a great event. Very reminiscent of Granny Agatha, if I remember rightly.
Yeah.
And at least I unlocked him. I only got him 3-star, 30 of 80, so I'm sure it'll be an eternity before I get him to 5-star, which I've got him 5 red. But at least I unlocked him, I suppose.
Yeah, that's I mean, that's like the only thing you can really say about it, isn't it? You know what I mean? Like, horrible way to unlock a character. Dude, I haven't blitzed that hard in ages. And what sucks as well is blitzing for characters that I already have 7-star. They need to work out some way of, because it was Black Widow, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So like what they need to do is, if you've 7-starred that character, they need to do something where you go into a separate pool for like gear or whatever else, and the people that don't have Black Widow 7-star can go up the leaderboard, similar to what they do with Scourge now. You know what I mean? Once you get a 7-star character in Scourge, you get removed from that and you go into a gear thing.
Yeah.
So why can't they just do that with Blitz? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, or just give us a Blitz for characters that people actually want.
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's so many characters that aren't farmable, fountainable, whatever you want to call it.
Exactly. Like, give us a Granny Agatha Blitz.
Yeah.
I'll happily Blitz for her. At least I feel like I'm blitzing for more than just to get these crummy orbs. Black Widow. Like, yeah, exactly. How many characters have they released that we can't get shards for? Icarus, Cersei, Deathpool, all these characters.
Yeah.
Have come recently. One of them, anyone.
Yeah. I mean, like we'll get to it later on, but like they tweeted in the week, and I was just like at this point, like it's borderline like a troll account. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, you trying to upset your players? You know what I mean? Like so they posted the Guess Who picture, which I'm sure you've seen.
I haven't. No, I haven't seen the Guess Who picture.
Right. Okay. I'll quickly fire it up for you, mate. But they posted this Guess Who the thing that we used to see.
It's so weird. Before we started talking, or when we were talking about characters that we can't get, I was just about to say, next time I throw up a Guess Who picture, it's literally just going to be a who's who of characters that we don't have access to.
Well, that's literally where I'm going. Like they it's beyond ridiculous, and we can literally go through it while we're live. Right, here we go. Just apologies if you're listening, but where are we?
I hadn't seen this. Is it fairly recent, this Guess Who thing?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my god.
You'll get stitched up here.
This nonsense. Leave me alone.
Nonsense.
Got you. Right. Okay, so let's get into it. So the picture.
It's quality.
Let's get at it. So let's have a look. So obviously the Guess Who picture they posted on it was some point last week, August 25th. So from left to right, let's go row for row. Yeah. So I'll start. So left, Doctor Strange, Heartless. Is he farmable? No. Nope. Wong, absolutely not. Morgan is probably the only farmable person in this line.
I think I've got the most stars for Morgan, which is ridiculous.
For a legendary character, it's beyond ridiculous. Agatha Harkness, good luck. And Madeline Pryor, absolutely not. So lead the way, mate.
Spider-Woman, I don't think so. Nico, I'm almost certain not. Phantom X, no way, no how. Dazzler, not chance. And Gambit,
you'll never see him again. Sunfire, Mighty Thor, pretty much all of us have her at probably 4 to 5 stars. Again, the majority of us have Rogue probably at a higher star level than all of the characters above, bar Morgan. Valkyrie and Deathlock, absolutely not. Lead the way.
And then Vivision, obviously just been released, so that's fine. Same with Hulkbuster. And then Abomination is the month-long character next month, and they haven't released how they're going to release Brawn yet, have they?
No, I believe he's going to be like a sort of an event more than likely similar to like Hulkbuster or whatever.
Oh, it's like a milestone event.
Yeah. And then we've got the new characters coming in. Now, everyone thinks this is Spider-Man Noir.
Yeah, I mean, that kind of makes sense, but why in God's name are they giving us another Spider-Man character?
Well, this is... So the rumour is a lot of people... a lot of people think that... well, who knows, but like... people are saying that that's Spider-Man 2099, that's Spider-Man Noir. Sorry?
That Madam Web?
Yeah. That's what people are saying. And then that one is... I can't remember the last one. But, yeah.
I mean, it doesn't look similar to Mr. Negative from Spider-Man game.
That's right, yeah. So Mr. Negative has been in the... has been in, like, the... the data mines for ages. I think we've even talked about it on this podcast before. So, yeah.
I mean, I'll tell you who that one with the hat should be. I mean, it couldn't look more like Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
He's got a glove up across his face. Be Freddy all day.
That'd be wicked.
Surely can't be giving us another Spider-Man team. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I love me some Spider-Man, but come on.
We'll have to see, mate. I mean, so this is all for the new patch, which I imagine is coming in the next couple of weeks. But yeah, let's press on, mate, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, are they going to be for the next? No, they can't be for the next Horseman, surely, because one of them's being released before Red Hulk, assuming they're in order, which I don't see why they wouldn't be.
Yeah, I mean that hasn't been announced yet. Yeah, I mean we're going to have. I imagine next patch is when Red Hulk will come in, and that's when we'll be going for him. But
and the heavy rumor for the last one's always been Archangel or Angel.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe they're going to release another team around it, and that'll be nothing to do with it. If you know what I mean? It's just seems odd.
Yeah, yeah. It seems like a little bit of filler before the next big team. You know what I mean? Almost like Heroes Guardians are. Or no,
yeah,
they're not, are they?
You're going to use them to unlock Red Hulk, aren't we?
Yeah, you're right.
But it's and I mean, maybe that's the other team we'll need for Death, because obviously one of them's going to be Hulkbuster, but there's always more than one team, isn't there?
Yeah, yeah.
They've only released Bionic Avengers as being needed for that, haven't they? So
yeah,
maybe that, if that is a weird ass Spider-Man team, that'll be for them as well. It's just seems odd. They're running out of year. Do you know what I mean? Like we're already pretty much in September, and they've still got another 2 Horsemen to do. They've taken 8 months to do 2 Horsemen. They've only got 4 months to do 2 Horsemen and Apocalypse, according to their start of the year thing, where they were saying the Apocalypse is going to be a year-long event.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen, buddy.
Apocalypse ain't coming out this year. No way, no how.
No, I mean,
to myself.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Like there's certain things. I mean, they said a couple of weeks ago in a blog post how, like, you know, they're changing their QC and all of that, and they're really making an effort to make changes and all of that, and you know, without you know, really sort of dropping the hammer on them, like they haven't done that. Things haven't improved. Like this Hulkbuster event started at the weekend when they're not at work, and there were loads of problems. Obviously, we were asleep for it when it started, but like by the sound of it, like the first 2 blitz rotations weren't giving any of the Hulkbuster
That's why they gave us a bunch of shards, didn't they, a couple of days in.
Yeah. But again, it's stuff like that that just like erodes people's confidence in the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And yeah, there's heaps of bugs and stuff, and there's loads of problems sort of that I've taken it upon myself not to go into it every week, because one, it's, you know, it's pretty negative, and 90% of the content creators that are around will bleat and moan about how rubbish the game is and how horrible the game is, and then their next video will be them like, oh, hype video on opening red stars. It's just like, well, one hand washes the other. You can't have both. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm trying to sort of steer clear of it. You know what I mean? Because it's, yeah, no, you know, especially, you know, if you're one of these people that are listening to this on your commute and it's just like, everything's awful, this sucks. So, you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like, shut up, mate. You know what I mean? So
Vibes are much better way to go.
That's it. Yeah, nothing but good vibes here, mate. So yeah, we also talked. You and me, we were on the sofa at yours, weren't we? We were talking about how, like, I needed loads of those mutated tennis balls to finish off Phoenix, and you were like, I need these, and like you're like, I've got loads of those tennis balls, and I've got loads of these, and what? Why can't we trade? Why can't we trade stuff?
Yeah, it would be. I mean, I suppose the short answer is because then that prevents them from making money. It's another way to stop them. Do you know what I mean? If me and you could trade, there's absolutely no incentive for either of us to spend any money. We're not going to do it anyway, but that's beside the point.
Yeah.
If for some reason, like, an offer come out and even if it was 99p, offer come out at 99p, it gives you the last thing you need. I would probably buy it if it was 99p. Just be like, finally, I'm done. Like, let me just have that part.
Yeah.
If we trade, I wouldn't need to. So I mean, I suppose that's the answer as to why they don't do it. But that would be cool.
Yeah.
Very helpful.
Even if it costs like power cores or something, you know what I mean? Like you pay 50, I pay 50 or something like that, you know, like, I don't know. But yeah, it was, I thought it was a good idea that you and me both had. So I thought I'd throw it in.
Why not? We know they listen.
Say again?
We know they listen.
Yes. Yeah. All right. Okay. So Cosmic Crucible Minute, how are you getting on? Well, how did you get on this week? I know we're about to start another one.
The Crucible has not been my friend, mate. Nothing has been coming up Millhouse for me in Crucible. The last 2 Crucibles I've been in with some absolute warriors who have taken me to school. So I think the last 2 Crucibles in a row I've lost 2 and won 1, and the one win was a squeaker. Like it was close.
Right.
By the looks of it, I'm back down where I belong now. I've just had a quick glance at my my little bracket or whatever, and nobody's got the frame to show they've completed Dark Dimension 5. So that gives me a little bit more hope.
Okay.
Love that.
That's good.
Hopefully get 2 wins for a change.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah, so for me, it was a bit of a weird one, actually. I got a message from one of our old Alliance mates, a gentleman called Retro, top bloke, got a lot of time for him. Yeah, really nice guy. And he messaged me and he was like, "You're not going to believe this, but we're in the same Cosmic Crucible like cluster." And I was like, that's nuts. That's crazy. You know, however many thousand people play this. And we end up in the same point. And I messaged him, I was like, I lost my first one. I got absolutely bodied by some, you know, like, I'm going to say like some super ultra Kraken whale, like absolutely crushed me. But, you know, like, I can't even remember what it was, but like, screw them. And he didn't say anything, but then like he messaged me later on. He's like, "You're not going to believe this, but we've been matched up together." Like, which is nuts. So yeah, fair play to you, Retro. Good game and all that, but you know, let's have a moment's silence for poor Retro falling victim to me.
To the sword.
Sorry, brother. Okay, yeah. So that was good, and then I won my one after that. So two and 1 for the week, which feels good, and I'm sure I'm going to get punished for it this week. Seems like that's how it goes. I win 2. Lose 1 and then lose 2, win 1. That's normally, yeah. It seems like I'm 50-50 in it almost.
Yeah.
All right, man. Let's bang out this blog post for this week. We've got Mr. Red Hulk on Marvel Strike Force.
Nips.
That's it. Yeah, looks amazing. Okay, so do you want to go paragraph for paragraph, mate?
Yeah, mate. Sure, I'll lead the way. So Red Hulk is charging toward a battlefield near you soon, and today we're going to meet the monster, leaving a wave of gamma radiation in his wake. As we mentioned in a recent blog, this raging red giant is Apocalypse's war horseman, and he'll be heading the Gamma team to Alliance War Supremacy. We'll have details surrounding the War Scourge event in the future. For now, it's time to see what happens when Red Hulk gets angry.
General Theater's Thunderbolt Ross spent years pursuing the Hulk, an obsession that eventually led to the death of his daughter, Betty. He aligned himself with the supervillain leader and MODOK in a pact to seek vengeance against the Hulk in exchange for bringing Betty back from the dead. Using the Hulk's body and energy, Ross was transformed into the monstrous Red Hulk, a red-skinned beast with similar size and strength to that of the regular Hulk. Unlike the Hulk, Ross can consciously transform into Red Hulk, along with possessing the powers to absorb energy and emit fiery gamma radiation.
Red Hulk is the legendary brawler for the Gamma team and features high damage and health stats. He crushes foes with big attacks, clears enemy revive once, and applies negative effects, including trauma and heal block. In Alliance War, this Red Menace grows even more powerful, along with damage reduction for himself and Gamma allies. Red Hulk also has a powerful charge mechanic in War that fills up his ultimate ability energy. His ultimate ability, Meteor Crash, is where you'll find Red Hulk's devastating gamma radiation battlefield effect.
And battlefield effects are a new ability mechanic being introduced with Red Hulk. They're applied to a specific side of the battlefield, either side or the player side, until last until the end of the match, and each side can only have one active battlefield effect.
Red Hulk's gamma radiation battlefield effect is applied to the enemy side of the battlefield and causes enemies to be attacked and gain 3 bleed on their turn.
So are we likely to think that at some point a character is going to have like a positive effect, like battlefield effect?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, there'll be positive for your team and negatives for the enemy team, definitely.
Yeah.
One thing, last until the end of the match. So what do they count as a match? Because one thing about is war, right? You're in a war battle, you do your battlefield effect, and then you get wiped. Is that the end of the match? Or is the end of the match when that room's destroyed or that particular team is defeated?
Good question.
Because to me, because it's in war and they're defending that room, it should be until that team in that room's defeated. So if you apply a battlefield effect and then lose and you go in with another team, that battlefield effect should still be there. That's what I think it should be. Whether that is the case or not remains to be seen. But
absolutely, yeah, definitely. Yeah, good point. Cause for concern there, mate. I wonder what. Yeah, I wonder.
We shall see.
Yeah, interesting. All right, so shall we? Oh my god, that's a big old passive, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. So we'll start off with the old traits. Hero, which debatable. Hero, global, bio, brawler, gamma, horseman, and legendary.
He is not a hero, is he?
No, I don't think so.
You see, I don't know the Red. I didn't know the Red Hulk lore. I assumed he was. I thought he was Bruce Banner still, but like a different.
He's you know the Incredible Hulk film with Ed Norton.
Yeah.
The old guy in that, the general.
Yeah. I for some reason I always thought it was Banner. Like, so I know there's loads of different Hulks, isn't there? But yeah. Okay. There we go. Okay, right. So the old passive.
So passive, seeing red. Great name. On spawn, if charged, clear charged. On spawn, if Hulk is an ally, gain safeguard and immunity. Lovely. On turn, heal self for 20% of this character's max health. At the end of any turn, when this character has 5 or more charged, gain 7 ability energy and fill this character's speed bar by 50%, and this can only trigger once per match. When an enemy attacks this character, gain 1 charge up to a maximum of 5. Gain 60% focus, gamma allies gain 60% focus, and for each charged, gain 10% speed, 20% block chance, and 20% chance to counterattack. Then, in war, on spawn, fill speed bar by 10% and 10% per gamma ally. If this character has 3 or more gamma allies, when an enemy attacks this character, gain an additional 1 charge up to a maximum of 5. When an enemy attacks a gamma ally, gain 1 charge up to a maximum of 5. Gain 50% damage reduction, gamma allies gain 50% damage reduction, gain 50% resistance, and gamma allies gain 50% resistance, and defense up and minor defense up cannot be applied to self or any gamma allies. Well, that's a hell of a passive.
Okay, man, let's hit this basic.
Yeah, so Fiery Fist. Attack primary target for 275% damage and flip 1 positive effect to a negative effect. Repeat this attack 1 additional time, and in war, repeat this attack 2 additional times instead. Wow. And when this character performs a counter-attack or assist and has 5 or more charged, that counter-attack or assist gains 100% damage and flips 1 positive effect to a negative effect. Lovely.
Wow.
Good basic. Not massive damage, but good effects.
It's a nuisance basic, isn't it? Because you're going to hit it a couple of times and change those effects.
Lovely. And then we've got the special Pavement Pummel. Energy cost 3/3, nice and cheap. Clear barrier on the primary target and adjacent targets. That's wicked. Attack primary and adjacent targets for 350% damage. Apply offense down for 2 turns and reduce speed bar by 10%. Clear revive once on the primary target and repeat this attack 1 additional time. In war, repeat this attack 2 additional times instead. So, yes. I was thinking, is that going to hard counter Heroes for Hire? But no, because they don't have revive once, do they? They have charged. Yeah. And then they revive based on the charged. Okay.
Yeah.
And then his ultimate Meteor Crash. Energy cost 0.8. Attack all enemies for 450% damage and flip all positive effects into negative effects. Lovely. Apply trauma for 2 turns and heal block for 2 turns to all enemies. Gain 500% extra focus for this attack. This attack ignores defense up and cannot be blocked or dodged. Clear all battlefield effects on the enemy side and apply the battlefield effect gamma radiation to the enemy side. And then gamma radiation is on turn. On enemy turn, attack that enemy for 250% piercing damage and apply 3 bleed. Attacks from the battlefield effects are unavoidable, and this battlefield effect lasts until cleared or until the end of the match. We just don't know what counts as the end of the match.
That's bonkers, isn't it?
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. So, I mean, in war, he's going to be ridiculous because he's going to gain charge so quickly. He's going to be doing that Meteor crash turn 2 for sure.
Yeah.
I can't see a way that he doesn't do it, like either turn 1 or turn 2. And then you're applying that battlefield effect. So every time they take a turn, 250% piercing and 3 bleed. It's a lot.
Yeah. I mean, this seems like. I mean, are we going to be able to take out Darkhold with this?
Yeah, it clears.
Just because it clears those barriers, doesn't it?
Yeah. So it's certainly going to help. It will be good against. Infinity Watch, I suppose. They've all got revive once. I suppose depending on the order, because they start off with Safeguard, depending on how long it takes him to get. Well, actually, no, in War, I think he'll be going before most of them, so I don't know how helpful that'll be, but I mean, you might do a turn 2.
Yeah. So all in all, thumbs up from you?
Yes, yeah. I think that's that. I mean, that Gamma team from memory, it's been a while since we went through most of the Gamma team's kit, but we were impressed with their kit, and that is by far the best one. So,
yeah. From memory, the Abomination kit was pretty decent as well. I remember being excited about that.
Yeah. His both his ultimate and his special were relatively cheap, if I remember rightly.
Yeah. Cheap as chips, and he just stomps people from memory.
Chips.
Well, what we'll do is we'll have a quick look at his kit in a minute.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah.
All right, sweet. Let's do it. All right, so just really quickly, the old Abomination kit. So the old something you should probably go to the doctors for, the old special, the old deafening clap. Tackle enemies 250% piercing, clear defense up, apply offense down for 2 turns and defense down for 2 turns. 100% extra focus with against targets with defense down, and 100% crit chance against targets with defense down and defense up. Cannot be blocked, and then pulverizes 4/4 as well.
Yeah, I mean, attack primary target for 600% damage and flip all evade and deflect and apply defense down and stun. That's some hefty damage.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is unavoidable. Yeah, attack cannot be blocked or dodged, and on more defense, this attacks the enemy with the highest focus instead of the primary target ignoring taunt. So yeah, that's pretty tonk damage. But I think the passive was one of the things that's going to be really good because he gives everyone sustained, doesn't he? So grotesque rage on turn, heal for 20% of this character's max health. That's massive. Yeah. On turn, flip 1 random positive effect on all enemies with any positive effects. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Gain 30% max health, gain 30% drain. Gamma allies gain 30% focus. Gamma allies gain 30% max health, and Gamma allies gain 30% max drain. Yeah, that passive is redonkulous.
Yeah, I mean, so it's frightening. And then, I mean, just really quickly looking at Brawn as well, like his passive, again, I mean, they're all healing every turn for 20% of their health, or 20%, or 20%. Red Hulk was 30, wasn't it, from memory?
I don't think he did heal on turn, actually, did he, Red Hulk?
I can't. Let's have a look. But I mean, yeah. So this team looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, they've all got high health, and they're all going to have drain, and they're all healing on turn except. Oh no, it is 20%. Sorry,
it's 20. Yeah.
20% is massive. 1/5 of their health every turn.
Yeah, it's nuts.
It's huge.
Yeah, all of them as well. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that this is going to be a problem. Then they're going to sell us the solution. But I mean, at the moment, it's like, oh my god.
Yeah, because couple that with drain, they're going to be so hard to get rid of.
Yeah.
Love it. More of this, please. Right. Okay. So let's work out how we get Abomination then. So. Hulk Hunter. Create a monster roster with the next month-long milestone event, Hulk Hunter. Your Gamma-infused September will consist of 4 main milestone events, 4 quick Rumble milestones, and 2 Alliance milestones. Making progress in these 10 events will earn you points towards Hulk Hunter, which is your chance to recruit the Gamma Team's Ruthless Brawler, Abomination, along with his fully crafted gear tier 16 gear. You'll also earn event progress by participating in daily web milestones, so be on the hunt for it each day. Get prepared by linking your game to your Scopely account at the options menu, then you'll be ready to earn and collect rewards on the web by visiting the milestones page.
Lovely. So the event schedule below is the September Hulk Hunter schedule. There will be more information closer to the release dates of each event, so check back here each week for all the details. Dates listed below are Pacific Daylight Time. So the main milestone events, so Stark R&D is September 31st. Power of Attorney is September 7th to September 12th. Brains and Brawn, which I assume is for Brawn, September 14th to September 19th. And Ethereal Arms, September 21st to September 27th.
Then we've got the quick rumble milestones. We've got Operation Gamma and then Shield, September 1st. Extermination, which is Weapon X, is September 8th. Radioactive Renegade, which is Ravagers, and it'll be September 15th, and then Quick Rumble to be determined trait is September 23rd.
Interesting. And then the coordinated assault milestones, we like these, don't they? September 4th to September 10th and September 17th to September 23rd. One thing, just while we're talking about events and stuff, have you noticed that has the I can't remember his name, the Eddie event, has that finished early? Because there's nothing happening now, is there?
No, yeah, it's I think they run for 28 days, don't they? They run for like 4 straight weeks.
Right.
So I think because the Eddie one started right at the start of the month, it's ended like before the end of the month, you know what I mean? Whereas this one, I think if you scroll up a touch, I think it said this went live September, or was going live September, August 31st, sorry.
Yeah, okay, cool. So yeah, sweet. Okay, lovely. Okay, yeah, just one thing I noticed there. So points. Earn points by collecting the special items. So the you know like we had to do for Eddie. There's 4 things to get. So this time it is mutated cells, imperfect serum, irradiated blood, and reptoid fin, and indestructible pants from September events. Completing the Hulk Hunter milestone earns Gamma Goliath orbs, which will have a chance to drop 100 shards of Abomination. Yeah, right. This milestone also provides teal mutant gear and fully crafted gear 16 pieces.
There's about as much chance as Abomination sprouting wings and flying out my arse than there is of me dropping 100 Abomination shards, mate, I'll tell you that.
When you're right, you're right. Do you want to share this?
So leaderboard, earn at least 200,000 points to qualify for this leaderboard. Leaderboard boards have been updated to include Armory 17 orb fragments for the top 25 players and training orbs and gold promotion credits for the top 50 on the leaderboard. Competitors in the other ranks will earn gold orb fragments, teal and orange raid orbs, milestone 2 orb fragments, and silver promotion credits. That's doing all right. Because that's 200,000 points for the month-long event. I'm sure I got a leaderboard reward for the Deathlock event.
Yeah, no, I did as well. So yeah, hopefully we'll be okay.
Something extra for playing the game, isn't it? That'll do.
That's it. We like that. Okay, so Stark R&D. The first main Hulk Hunter milestone event launches on August 31st with the Stark R&D event, along with being your first opportunity to earn mutated cells for Hulk Hunter progress. You can also get your hands on augmented gamma radiation, teal unique gear for Abomination, and other big rewards. Here's how it works. So, do you want to hit this bit, mate? Sorry.
Yeah, before we jump into that, I've noticed I think they touched on this in a little mini blog they did, or maybe in one of the other blogs. But they've put the time there, August 31st at 2 p.m. PDT, where it's usually 5 p.m. PDT. And I think they said that they're doing that because 95% of their workforce finish work at 5. So they clock out, something drops, and no one's there when it goes wrong. Then I'm assuming they probably have to come back in or do whatever. So they're dropping stuff at 2 now, so they have their whole workforce there to resolve issues more swiftly. Yeah. The plus side for us is that instead of things dropping at 1 in the morning, when 99% of the time I'm snooze scoring it right up in my big comfy bed, getting eaten to death by mosquitoes, 10 p.m. is the time it will drop now, where most of the time I'm not quite asleep yet, and we can get in a blitz rotation or whatever the event is once before we go to bed and get a little jump start on the event.
Yeah, or it will all go wrong and we will suffer the consequences.
So, maybe.
Yeah, that's it. But yeah, no, that's fine. That's good for me. So yeah, do you want to hit this?
Yes, mate. So Stark R&D milestone. Earn points towards this one-day milestone that takes place 6 times in succession, 6 days total, by unleashing your roster in no, and spending gold. That's what I love. That I love spending gold. You know me, mate. I've never got any gold. You'll earn more points using Bionic Avengers, and even more points if your Bionic Avengers are gear tier 13 and above. Oh, everything's coming up, Digweed. Get in there. I'm spending gold. My Bionic Avengers are henched. Love it. So the rewards up for grabs include Imperfect Serum, Augmented Gamma Radiation, Elite 5 credits, training modules, ability materials, and orange gear. And during this event, the High Roller milestone will be integrated into the milestone, so head to the Stark R&D milestone to claim rewards for spending gold.
Okay. So how much gold do we have to spend every day?
15 million.
You're having a Jimmy Giraffe.
No, that can't be right.
That can't be right.
Where's the because it rolls over every day, but they won't give us an imperfect serum every day.
Yeah, it can't be right, can it?
Scroll up to the top again. Let me just see the description. Keep going a bit more. Earn points towards this one-day milestone that takes place 6 times 6. I think it is.
Oh no! So this must be like that can't be right. So this must just be the milestone. So where's what is it we're looking for? The imperfect serum.
Yeah, the imperfect serum is down there it's like the second or third to bottom milestone on the far right hand cell. There you go. We're a little bit further up than that. But that's at 8 mil. But that'll only be there once, right?
Yeah, I'm guessing this is over 6 days. So you've got to spend 15 mil over 6 days, right?
I mean, surely they can't expect you to spend 15 mil in one day.
No.
But that's how it reads.
Oh, here we go. So spend gold. Oh, yeah. All right, here we go. So spend gold, blitz win.
Oh, of course.
Blitz win with Bionic Avengers, and then Bionic Avengers all the way up to gear tier 17, getting the pin commanders. Yeah, cool. All right, there you go.
And that's some big points there, to be fair. So
yeah.
If you blitz win Bionic Avengers, that's 70,000 points.
Yeah.
And then if let's say they're gear tier 15, that's realistic, right? If they're gear tier 15, that's an extra 40,000 points. So that's 350,000 points. Because it's for each Bionic Avenger, right? Or is that? Yeah, it must be.
Okay, yeah.
So that's 350,000 just for using the Bionic Avengers. And then an extra 200,000. So that's 550,000 points. But then, no, because that seems far too high as well.
Yeah.
Do you have to have a full team of... Do you see what I mean? Because if it says Blitzwing with Bionic Avengers and you get 50,000, 70,000 points, whatever that said, that's got to be per Bionic Avenger, right?
With Bionic Avengers, so I'd imagine that's the team. That'd be my guess.
Yeah, it's weird wording, because what if I use Hulkbuster with no other Bionic Avengers? How many points do I get then? You see what I mean?
Yeah, I get you. Oh, I don't know.
Well, I'll test it and find out. The first blitz I'll do will be with the Bionic Avengers. I'll see how many points I get.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, man, this has got to be over the 6 days. Like, must be the total. You know how like the milestones just sit there. You know what I mean? And like every day you can like crack through like a single milestone, and then this as well. Maybe I don't know.
I don't think it is. I think that is going to be the thing every day. And then I'm guessing when you get the imperfect serum once, it disappears. It's not there the next day.
Interesting.
But I think it's going to be every day.
We'll find. I guess we'll find out soon, mate. We're only a couple of days away.
I mean, if I'm right, and that is 550,000 points, whatever I just said, if you do a full Gear Tier 15 team of Bionic Avengers, I mean, you're still talking 30 blitz wins with that one team, but that just seems like not that much.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it is, because you can't blitz that much with one team in one day, but interesting. We'll see.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, okay, so the joint venture web milestone. So rack up rewards for Alliance generosity with the 6-day milestone. Collect Stark Tech credits via Alliance donations or select offers to earn points and then head to the web milestone to claim your rewards. So your rewards are gold orb fragments, legacy 3 orb fragments, and T2 level 4 blue ions. Lovely stuff.
Yeah.
There's a leaderboard. Ooh.
Yeah, so earn at least 125,000 points to qualify for this blind leaderboard and reap the rewards of Elite 4, 5, and 6 credits, augmented gamma radiation, imperfect serum, training orb fragments, and red star orb fragments. So that's the leaderboard for the Blitz, what we were just talking about. Why would they put that directly under that? Why would they put another milestone in between it? Just makes life so confusing.
I know. Now this is a bit of a head scratcher as well, to be perfectly honest. So the Pestilence Scourge event. So your next opportunity to make character shard magic happen for Morgan Le Fay arrives on September 1st with the return of the Pestilence Scourge event. Whether you are adding another star to this Darkhold legend or recruiting her to your roster, you don't want to miss this opportunity. Prep now by powering up your Web Warriors and Dark Hunters in order to tackle nodes 5 and 10 on difficulty 5+. And just like last time, players that already have 810 Morgan Le Fay character shards will be moved to a separate champions bracket. There will be separate milestone rewards that don't include Morgan Le Fay shards, which is how it should be done. It's just weird that this is the 3rd time round of Morgan, and we haven't had the 2nd time round of Rogue yet.
That's the bit that I didn't understand. Don't get me wrong, I'll take more Pestilence Scourge events as often as you like, but why haven't we had a 2nd run of Rogue yet? And now we're doing a 3rd run of Pestilence. That seemed odd to me.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? I mean, to be honest, I thought this was a mistake. I thought they just copied and pasted or whatever, and this should be Rogue's image, and it should say Rogue, but I guess not.
Seems it, and it's September 1st. When's that? Thursday, something like that?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
29th, 30th, yeah, Thursday.
Boom. And then we've got Pocket Dimension as well, which we covered at the start of the show, so we don't need to worry about that. And then here we go, what you mentioned earlier.
Oh, this is where I read it. So yeah, since the launch of Marvel Strike Force, we've typically had events start at 5 p.m. PDT Pacific time. Going forward, we'll be updating the start times to select events to 2 p.m. 5 p.m. is typically the end of the workday for most of our teams, so we expect that the earlier time will increase the quality of the events by giving us more time and resources to address event details and issues that arise on the day that they occur. This update, along with several updates to internal processes, is to put greater focus on gameability and smooth play experience. And again, I'm not mad at that. It's a change that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, if something goes wrong minutes after everyone's gone home, I'm sure it's infuriating. I'm sure it's a nightmare for them as well. I'm sure the last thing, well, me personally, when I'm clocking out of work and I'm getting in my car, someone goes, "Oh, Adam, can you do this for me?" I literally just want to explode. So if something's gone wrong, do you know what I mean? I'm sure it's just the worst.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately for them, it seems like they time a lot of their events to start over the weekend as well, where I imagine they've either got no one there or it's a skeleton staff.
Yeah.
So, I think that's a good idea. I think from now on, mate, moving forward, all events should start on a Friday. You know what I mean? Like at 2 o'clock.
Yeah, right. Better than on a weekend day for sure.
Absolutely, yeah. Okay, so war updates. There's a blog post in regards to that, which we will cover in a minute. And do you want to hit Red Star availability for us, mate?
Yep, so Power Up, Deathlock, and Valkyrie with the upcoming move to the Elite Store starting on August 30th. You'll be able to promote these two, 1 Red Star higher than their current rank using silver and gold promotion credits. Power Up the Relentless Ultron with his 6-star entering the store on August 27th at the cost of 3,500 dark promotion credits.
That feels like a trap to me.
Yeah, save them for the Horseman.
That's it. Okay, and character availability. The current raid season ending on September 4th will be the last season to get Ghost Spider character shards in the rewards. We intend her and Silver Surfer to be a special reward in the raid season milestones. So going forward, we do not plan to put another character in. Now, on Friday, this boiled my piss. I was like, why in the world would you this is literally one of the easiest ways. I mean, I was literally I had to rewrite my tweet a couple of times. I was like, are you trying to offend us? Are you trying to wind us up? I was like, I mean, I know if any of you long-term listeners might know that if the initial Silver Surfer thing came in, I was like, this is literally for whale alliances. Like, no one can do this. Now, since then, things have changed. People have moved forward, and you know, it seems like it's easy. These raid milestones are a little bit easier now for the majority of players. It seems like you said earlier, that the majority of players have Ghost Spider at 7, right?
Yeah.
So why in the world would you give us this? You know, like, it's a player-friendly method of getting shards for a character. Why would you just be like, no, you can't have it anymore?
It doesn't make sense, because it's a good, like, it's a sensible place to put characters that they don't necessarily want absolutely everyone to have access to, because up until like past Endgame, we weren't hitting the milestones that got any, or like more than sort of like, if we got like 10 shards, I was like, sweet. But over the course of, how long did the race season last? 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Like, you're grinding the raids for 2 weeks and you might end up with 10 character shards. It's not a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, if I want to take a character from 6 to 7 star, only 300 shards, if I'm getting effectively 5 a week, it's like 250 a year. So it's over a year's worth of grinding for me to get that character, if that's the only place to get those shards. So it's not like there's, do you know what I mean? It's not giving those character shards out to absolutely everyone at all times.
Yeah.
And it seems like a sensible place to put characters. Like, why not just throw Wong in there? Do you know what I mean? Like, he's fairly new. Most people have got him at 3 or 4 star. Low, like, non-endgame players and non-whales and people that aren't in big alliances are not going to have access to all those shards. Endgame players, a lot of whom are whales and might already have him at high star level, will be able to get him. It seems like a perfect balance.
Yeah. It's just weird. I mean, I said on Friday, I was like, this method helps catch people up that maybe missed events, etc., and would really help players. If you're not adding a new character, poor call in my opinion. Can we at least have some gear orbs as a replacement or something, you know, to benefit the players? Yeah,
I mean, I like to think that they're going to replace it with something. They're not just going to be like, we're just going to remove those character shards and you can just stick with your raid orbs and your money, whatever it is.
You can stick them up your proverbial. Yeah, it's not, like you say, it's not player friendly in the slightest. And it's like, do you hate your player base? You know what I mean? It's just so weird.
It's odd decision making.
Yeah,
like, it's difficult to put all these characters they release into places where they're available, and they're taking one away from themselves.
Exactly. Yeah, you're literally like you're making things harder for yourself. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you're handcuffing yourself. It's crazy.
Yeah, bonkers. Yeah. So, and then on the 30th at 5 p.m, the Dr. Voodoo will be replacing Hand Sentry on Mystic Node 1.6, and Hand Sentry will go into the arena store for 250. So that's good. Dr. Voodoo going into a farmable place.
Yeah, but that team sucks. It does, doesn't it? Just stop messing about with those Dark Hunters and release Blade, so that everyone will be happy with it and actually want to use that team. Until then, get in the bin. Not use it.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know, like, it's, you know, they're kicking us in the nuts at one point, and then they're rubbing our backs, being like, "Oh, you're okay." You know what I mean? It's just like, it's just so weird. I'm like, what's the matter with you? So yeah, if you listen, guys, look, I love you. I love your game, but come on, man.
I mean, when I would love to know the date that the first Darkhold character was released, which I think was Morgan. I think that for some reason they did her Scourge first, and I also think that was in March. So if they released the first character for Darkhold in March, like let's assume that it was in and around that time that they released. I'm pretty sure Doctor Strange Heartless was the first character after Morgan they released. So let's say it was March. We're 6 months on now, and we still can't get any more shards.
Yeah,
come on. Like, how long are you going to make us wait?
It's odd, and like, I mean, I know we haven't had one for. I think we're well overdue. Like, you know, like they do. I think they do 2 a year, like the Road Ahead blog posts and stuff, and like and all of that. Yeah. We haven't had that for a while, and I feel like we are. There are characters that are literally like, you know, like, oh man, they're practically merged to the stores that they're in. You know what I mean? You've got Kestrel and Deathpool that have been locked in the Premium Orb store now for however long. Poor old Emma Frost, who's currently the Blitz at the moment, she's been in that milestone orb, mate, for like 2 years.
Yeah.
It's just like, do you hate us? Like, you know what I mean? It's just weird, man. It's just like, come on, sort it out. You've got characters like Icarus and Cersei that, you know, like, I mean, stuff like that, I think forced your brother to quit because he's like, I can't keep up with players that have got these characters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like, yeah, I don't know. It's just frustrating. And it's just like, if you regularly rotated players in and out of milestone orbs and in and out of the premium orb, then, you know what I mean? Like, it makes things easier for everyone. Like,
yeah.
It's just weird.
I feel like they need to like look at their whole characters, apart from maybe the ones that were released in the last 2 months, and just go, right, all of these characters need to be available one way or another. Do you know what I mean? Like, all the really old characters, like, that are still on orbs that are farmable, nodes that are farmable, like Wasp and like Captain America, Thor, like all these characters you get early doors. I mean, I can't remember the last time I looked at the first couple of stages of Heroes and Villains, but I'm sure there's characters that are farmable there. Let me have a quick look.
Yeah.
Right, so Heroes 1, we've got Punisher, Hawkeye, and then we've got Mysterio, Yondu, Kree, Spider-Man, Miles, Shocker, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Do those characters really need to be farmable on those nodes?
No.
Can we not just, right, everyone that's been playing for more than 2 months has those characters now. Let's throw them off those nodes, throw them into a store, throw them into the Blitz store, whatever. Do you know what I mean? Put them somewhere where they're available for people to get relatively easily if people want to farm Punisher shards for some inexplicable reason.
Yeah.
And then just put characters that aren't farmable on some nodes. Even if you have to rejig things and put people like Loki, who's in, what's he in, Mystic something? Mystic 2-7 or something? Wherever he is. Oh, there you go, perfect example, right? Doctor Strange is in Mystic 2-9. No one cares about Doctor Strange. No one's clambering to get Doctor Strange thing. But that's also fairly deep into the game when you're a new player. Yeah. I mean, Mystic 2-9 seems a million miles off when you're only playing it for a month. Throw him out there, throw him on Heroes 1-7, and put Icarus there. Do you know what I mean? Just anyone look at a character that we can't farm. Put Morbius there.
Yeah.
Anything. I don't see why they don't just go, right, let's have a shake-up of all these characters that people don't have access to.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like,
maddening.
Like, I mean, we talked about it earlier, didn't we? Like, that Twitter post, like the Guess Who post, like, literally the entire thing is like it's like we stepped into Bizarro world. Like, literally, like the things that we used to chase, like back in the day, like the legendaries. Oh, we've got to get the legendaries. You know what I mean? Like, they're the easiest things to get now, and all the rest of the characters are impossible to get. It's like, what happened?
Yeah,
like,
very weird.
Yeah, it's nuts. I don't get it. But look, let's there's also a blog post as well. Let's Slip the Dogs of War, and there's basically a few changes to War. If you're interested in, there's actually some updates to the Dark Hunters team. Mordo's getting Dark Hunter added to his trait, which says to me that Blade is going to end up in like a Midnight Suns team at some point down the road.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, they must have changed something to wait all this time and now give him that classification.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like that is a. I mean, talk about playing the long game. Like when they first released that Dark Hunters team, they were like, "Oh, they haven't got a fifth, but Mordo's a good fit." But they didn't give him the tag.
Yeah. And
then I mean, how long ago did that team come out? 4? No, it must have been before Morgan Le Fay because he used them to get him. So what's that team been at? 8 months, 9 months?
Yeah, but I mean, the it's hilarious. Like the initial concern, the initial frustration from players when building Web Warriors and Dark Hunters was that Dark Hunters only have 4 characters.
Yeah.
And now on the third iteration of the Scourge event, you can now use Mordo. It's just like, what's happening? Like, like it's stuff like this. When they said it a couple of weeks ago in the blog post, they're like, "Oh, we're really going to try and be better with our QC and stuff." And it's like, it's stuff like this that literally winds people up, and they're just like, "Oh, just in case of your brother, he's just like, forget this game."
Done.
Yeah, bonkers. And they're now trying to resurrect War, which, in my opinion, is a dead game mode. You know what I mean? But yeah. Right. So, do you want to hit this bit, mate?
Yeah, so we're upgrading the spoils of war for match rewards and season rank rewards. War victory and defeats will now have more gold, along with new rewards for T1 ISO 8 green ions, T2 level 1 ISO 8 blue ions, T2 level 4 ISO 8 blue ions. Also, war victory will reward even more than before. Season rank rewards will see an increased T4 ability materials, along with the addition of orange catalyst parts and teal catalyst parts. To accommodate the above rewards, the advanced basic catalyst parts and T4 ability materials will be moved to the victory and defeat match rewards.
Okay, and then there's changes for character and room bonus updates. So to help war offense teams come to parity with some of the current defenses, the room bonus is provided to defending teams in the med bay and barracks will be reduced. The positive effects that the bridge can apply have also been updated. Read below. Here are the specific updates. And then, so for example, Medbay has now got plus 20% health to all defending allies.
Yeah, the barracks has gone down from 20% boost to the primary stats to only a 10% boost to the primary stats.
And the bridge, the following effects could be applied: death proof, minor deflect, regeneration, defense up, and offense up. So character updates, we'll also be giving some slight buffs to several characters on 2 or more recent war offense teams, Dark Hunters and A-Force, in order to help their respective teams perform as intended.
Given a buff to A-Force, though, I'll take that.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, there's bits and pieces. I mean, I know you're not really fussed. I mean, it's all mainly war, I believe.
Yeah, just a little like boost to their stats, right? There's nothing shocking there. Like, I mean, you're on Captain Marvel's passive.
Yeah.
All I can see is an extra 10% health.
Yeah.
For A-Force allies. So again, it's nothing major, but it really helps, I suppose.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, like, and then interestingly, you know, in regards, well, you've got Wakanda Forever coming up soon as well. So stat increases to Namor. So health, damage, focus, and resist.
Still not going to use him. I would say get in the sea, but that's where it is. Get out the sea. Get on the land.
Get on the land. Get in the bin. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I imagine at some point that means there's going to be a rework to Namor, which might be cool, might not. I don't know.
We shall see.
Indeed. All right. Okay. So, Doctor mentioned chat really quickly, mate. Have you updated any more of your legendary characters?
No, is a short answer. I've only got Rogue ready to go. I'm literally one piece off of Morgan Le Fay. I just need to get, those like pink crystals.
Yeah.
I need to get like 3 or 4 of them, which should be relatively simple now that Crucible's back, because I can get the credits for that and then just hopefully it appears in the store, maybe do a couple of refreshes should I be so inclined. And then I will probably start working on Iron Man after that, because I think I've got quite an abundance of tech gear. I can't remember the last tech character I leveled up.
Okay, good.
Like
good.
to 16, if you know what I mean. I've been leveling up the Bionic Avengers to sort of 14, 15 around there, but I don't think I've taken a single tech character to 16. Kestrel, but maybe skill, right?
Yeah, it's a mix of skill and tech, isn't it, from memory?
Yeah. So then I'll probably start working on him, and then let me just have a little look. Legendary. Yeah, I'm still in this conundrum of who to do next. I mean, I'm going to wait for Red Hulk, because he's got to be around the corner. He's got to be within the next 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
So I'll wait for him, and then I guess Phoenix, because she's the queen of Dark Dimension, right?
Yeah. To be perfectly honest, mate, like, I mean, if you could only go in with 3, like Morgan, Rogue, and
Red Hulk.
And and I mean, Omega Red for me, like he is great in that game mode as well.
The problem for me with Omega Red is that he's on 478. I've done nothing to him. He's level 1, nothing in him whatsoever. So if I want to take him in, I've got to take him from 0 to hero all in one crack, whereas Phoenix is gear tier 15, level 80.
But boom, yeah. Okay, yeah. Makes sense. Yeah, makes sense, mate. I love it.
And I actually, it looks like I've got all the pieces as well. I can just take it straight up. If I take it to 85, I think it's just going to be all in.
Perfect. Yeah, do that.
It looks like it might be the same thing for Iron Man, although he's only 14, to be fair.
Okay.
So yeah, we shall see. I kind of don't want to spend any money now until that event starts in a few days, but
yeah, I'm probably only going to do like the 2 million gold every day. Just hit those milestones and save every gold orb.
So I might just hoard it up until that event starts. Because all my Bionic Avengers are leveled up a little bit. Actually, no, I don't think I've leveled up Vision yet. So maybe I'll level up Vision, and then I'll hoard until the event starts, and then just take them all those last couple of extra steps, make sure they're all 15 or whatever, so I can get the maximum blitz points.
Good shout. Nice, mate. Okay, so just really quickly for me, Dark Dimension wise, so I started it on the 3rd of July, finished it 28th of August. Yeah, so, it's all done. I've got a baby Dormammu sitting there, so I'm leveling him up slowly but surely. Yeah, to be honest, mate, I think out of all of the Dark Dimensions, I think this one I enjoyed the most.
Yeah, I'm quite enjoying it as well. Like it doesn't feel as difficult as all the other ones. It doesn't feel as grindy. Like I'm sure I can't remember if it was 3 or 4. One of the Dark Dimensions, I must have spent so long on the same node. Like
3 was hideous.
Yeah, like I'm sure I did like 15, 20 attacks, maybe more, on one node, and just being like, "Oh, kill me!" Another day on this godforsaken node. Yeah. And I think the most attacks I've done on a node in 5 is like 5, maybe. Like I don't feel like I've ever been really stuck. Like there was one node when on paper I was just like, "Oh, I'm in trouble here. I don't know if I'm going to have enough." Like I think they had like a couple of healers out all at the same time, and I was like, "I don't know if I'm going to have enough power to take them out before they heal," but I did, and it wasn't as grindy as it looked like it was going to be.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's good, man. Like enjoying it greatly. Looking forward to jumping back in and going all through it again. But yeah, so happy it's over, to be honest. But yeah, I'm probably going to keep going through it because it's quite good sort of for learning and trying out new characters and stuff like that, as it's sort of the current meta, isn't it? So yeah, all good, mate. So yeah, happy days. I got a load of gear as well, but like, I'm like, all right, whatever. Like literally no one's getting upgraded yet until I know. I mean, obviously Dormammu is going to go up to 85 because he's an absolute nuisance, isn't he? Like, and just go straight onto war defense, which is a bit of a shame, but like,
you prime him dark hold, you make Dorm hold. Yeah,
Dorm hold, yeah, absolutely. Because that seems like, if you've got that in more defense, like it's like, tick it off. If someone boosts it, like you're laughing.
Yeah.
So if I can get that up and help out the alliance as quick as possible, that'd be great.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of the gear tier 16 pieces, when I get them, my intent is just to use them for, again, everything I do is just getting Apocalypse. That's
Apocalypse, yeah.
I'm just going to be leveling up Unlimited X-Men, leveling up the Gamma team.
Yeah.
Maybe the Bionic Avengers if I want to try and get the last Horseman higher.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you've got a decent enough team for each Horseman, you're laughing, aren't you? And then you just need to concentrate on putting all that gear into the actual Horseman teams for Apocalypse. Getting all to 16.
When they announce what that last Horseman team's going to be, if it's not tech, I'm going to go mental on that Bionic team. Yeah. I'm going to take them all well high, because then I can get that last Horseman really high and also not want to tear my beard off when every time I do a tech node in Doom 3-2.
That's it.
I want to kill myself because it's the worst.
I'm almost begging for a new mutant team now, mate. We're really struggling there, aren't we?
Yeah.
Not the one. Okay, guys, please remember to rate and review this podcast wherever you consume it, and please do not forget to follow or subscribe. Remember, all roads lead to youtube.com/4playuk. If you do want to ask us a question for next week, drop it down in the YouTube comments below. There's a link in the description if you are listening on the podcast service, and a thank you to you for doing so. Thanks a lot for checking us out, and we will catch you next week. Digz, got anything else you want to say?
All right. See you next week.
Nice one. Thanks a lot, and good luck, Commanders. Boom.